the most incredible pervert. Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. It is April 7th, 2025 at 6:59 p.m. EST. Like 30 seconds early, and you're watching the Dovecote with Natalie Pudim. Natalie, please say hi and introduce yourself.
Hello, darling Demon Eclipse. I am Natalie Pudim. I am a game designer and publisher with Luck of the Harbor. How are you?
I'm doing good. I I had like my first like normal day of work, which was
Uh-huh.
interesting. Um, and I can see how the specific thing that I do could get very overwhelming at some point, but we're vibing. Um,
Yeah. How are you celebrating Natalie Pussy Eve? That's the real
it
question.
is Natalie Pussy Eve. I mean, honestly, I should ask you how you're doing. How
I,
are
I
you?
mean, honestly, not great. I had to have like a big bottle of laxative. I'm on a
Hmm.
clear liquid diet. I am starving. Uh, but I'm in a hotel room that is too cold because I have to report at 5:30 in the morning for the surgery. Uh, but I'm doing. I had my ketamine treatment for my depression today too. On top of that, so I'm not depressed. I'm a
Yay!
little high.
They got
Uh,
you.
it's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good episode of Twitch.tv.
Like when like a wizard is like extremely powerful, and it's like, oh, this wizard has like three floating eyes or like three floating orbs around them, and they're all like imbued with like a different element or whatever. That's
Uh
like
huh.
you have a pussy orb, you have a ketamine orb, and you have like a clear liquids and and laxatives orb, and it's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, it's very good. I'm hoping for the energy of this to be like, when like a celebrity going on like Conan and just being kind of a disaster,
Uh-huh.
but you have to watch it. That is the energy I'm hoping to bring to this episode of the Dovecote. So we'll see if I can get there.
You gotta antagonize me.
Yeah,
You gotta
I'm here to be a
scare me.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I what do I want to say? So the last time you and I well, okay, the last time I had you on was I believe potentially when we met, because I think we met through you being on the Dovecote, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we like loosely talked on Twitter in the olden days, and was you saw I was coming out with a game and invited me, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, your show seems cool." And I was right. My intuition was
Yay.
great. Your show is cool. But that was about a year ago. Um, yeah. So I'm back.
A lot has changed. A
A
lot has
lot
stayed the
has
same.
changed. Yeah.
Um, did we? I'm trying to remember. I've things so mixed up because I've been doing so many of these in like in a weird half awake state because I've been
Huh?
like coming out of my my upstate stuff,
Uh huh.
my work trips. Um, I suppose I'll just ask the questions that I normally ask, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
go.
I would love to know about things that you're working on. Um,
Yeah. So Warren Guard was what I talked about last time I was here. Warren Guard is almost out the door. We just got the stretch goal appendices back from our editor. Layout is like gonna be done next week. Um, then we have to do proofreading, test printing, and then like that's it. I'm gonna like get stuff shipped out to IPR, who's doing distribution. Um, the game is going to be in people's hands finally. Yeah, we bit off a lot more than I knew with Warren Guard. It was a full color project. Um, I didn't realize how big that was. Yeah, I love the game still. Like it's still such a good game. I'm still so proud of it. But afterwards, I just ended up in such a writer's block, and I was stuck. I was working on this project called Junk Squadron that maybe someday will see the light of day. It was a mech game about being the natives to a planet that a war just settled on your planet, and you were using the remnants from the mechs of your enemy, like of the people who were fighting over your planet, to build your own mechs and try and claim your homeland back.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But that game just got so big and daunting, and like going through Warren Guard production processes, I was like, I don't even want to write this game. So I was stuck, and then early this year, uh, our mutual friend Jax Romana showed me her zine for Jargon, and I was like, oh, this is fucking cool. And it was just a structure and like a format, and I was like, oh, can I just copy your format? Because I can't come up with a format right now, but I have an idea. And Jax was like, yeah, sure. And I just stole her format and poured my own trauma on it, and basically wrote, produced, made art, did layout, got edited, and published Ossuary in a week. Um, and just like putting something out there, like suddenly like opened the floodgates for me, and like suddenly my creative process was working again. And then Titanomachy RPG started the Titty RPG Jam. Oh hey, Jax is in chat. Hi
Hi,
Jax.
Jax.
Um, the Titty RPG Jam, and I had an idea that would eventually become Can You Host, and I was writing Can You Host, and finally read Praise the Hawkmoth King by Sage the Anagogue, and it got me thinking of fucked up things, and then I ended up writing a game called Honey Hate, which is a 2-page RPG that is just Honey Heist. It is just your 2 stats are bear and criminal, but it's what if Honey Heist was a queer body horror? Uh, and the game is you are queer people who have been captured by the government and turned into bears and released in false flag operations around the country to stir up government malcontent. And but it's just Honey Heist. You even have a hat table that is more disturbing than the Honey Heist hat table.
Good. It
Um,
seems really fun.
yeah. I don't know if it would be fun to play. That's the thing.
Right.
That's maybe the closest I'll ever get. Like I love lyric games. Like I love reading lyric games. I don't know if I'll ever write one. I say that. That probably means in a year I'll have a lyric game out. But uh I don't write lyric games, but it's maybe the closest I'll ever get to a lyric game. It was just like me getting something gross out of my system.
That makes sense.
Uh,
I think that's
and
good.
then and then I was still working on Can You Host, and you started the Faggot Game Salon, which is lovely. Can I say the F slur? That
You
gets you in trouble on Twitch,
I
doesn't
don't
it?
know anymore.
Okay,
I've said it a couple times. I'm honestly like
okay,
kind of tempted to just let things be free and live
okay.
with the consequences. Like I
Anyway, you
yeah.
started the salon, and someone was in there like, "Oh, how do I make a game?" And I was like, "I don't know. I start from mechanics up. Like that's how I write games. Is I find a mechanic I like, and then I see what that mechanic feels like." And I was just like listing some ridiculous mechanics, and I was like, "You could light matches and see who burns out quicker." And I was like, "Oh fuck, that's good. Oh, that's really good." And so in 36 hours, I wrote, edited, laid out, did all the art for The Moth Loves the Flame, which is my 2-player femme for femme uh, star-crossed romance game that you play by lighting matches and letting them burn out. Um, And yeah,
It's really good, by
like
the way.
it's really good. I'm really proud of it. I it's one of like I love all my games. Like I love Can You Host, I love Warren Guard, I love Sapphic Space Pirates, but The Moth Loves the Flame is maybe the closest to my heart. Like there is a real life relationship I was trying to capture with The Moth Loves the Flame, and
Mhm.
like I captured it so well, and it's really good. Not
Yeah.
to brag about myself too much. And then Can You Host, which I've teased a bunch. Can You Host was my attempt to be like, this is what me and my queer friends are like right now.
Mhm.
Can You Host is a game about messy queers who want to fuck but don't want to host. And you play different archetypes of messy queers. You're at the gay bar. You all want to fuck each other, and you're trying to, through the game, belonging outside belonging game mechanics, trying to negotiate who is going to host your hookup, and then other hijinks and sexy things happen. And yeah, those have been my kind of like deluge of writing as I broke through my writer's block, and now I'm kind of writing at a
Yeah.
normal pace, um, where I currently have 3 LARPs I'm working on,
Normal
and
pace.
and two two tabletop role playing games. One I'm co-writing, one I'm main writing, and yeah, and what we're gonna announce tonight that they don't know about yet. But that'll
I
be the
also don't know
second
about
half.
it. I'm really curious
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, but I'm
Uh,
gonna make people wait for the second half
yeah, you
because I'm
gotta
a
wait.
tease.
You gotta wait for the news segment
Yeah,
for this.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so I'll ask you. I don't know if you've had time to do this in all the making.
Uh-huh.
Have you been playing anything?
I have.
Hmm.
Actually, my main TTRPG now. It, I was like, what TTRPGs have I been playing? And it's been Worldwide Wrestling 2E is what I've been
Okay.
playing. I've got a server of people where we all watch AEW together. Uh, and we decided to start like little. We wanted to play wrestling TTRPG. And we started playing Worldwide Wrestling, which is not a perfect game. Like I will not say like
Yeah.
it is not a brilliant game design, but it's got so much heart and it's so clear. It loves wrestling so
Mhm.
much, and just like you can feel the writers being like, "Let me show you everything I love about wrestling," and it honestly, it's just charming. It is a charming game,
I played
and
an entire podcast of that people will be able to listen to at some point.
oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
for Moonshot.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Last
a
match of
while,
pro wrestling is
I
name
was
check.
playing my provocateur, Jessa Party, who is a DJ based on Charlie XCX, who just wants to party and have a good time, but keeps being forced into wrestling. And she had a face turn and got cheated out of the Lucha Championship because she had teamed up with a Lucha and learned how to dance flamenco. She had been moving through different music genres to like try and like figure out why she wasn't winning, and then like found herself and then got cheated out of the belt. And then in our last episode, I debuted my new character, who's a manager named Artemis, and she's trying to bring. She talks like this, and she chain smokes in the ring, and she's trying to bring DFW back to its hardcore roots. Everyone's gotten soft, and she's gonna make them bleed. Um, yeah, and that's been really fun. Uh, and then I've been LARPing. LARPing
Yeah.
has been so. Last October, I went to Nauticon, which we'll be talking about Nauticon probably a
Yeah.
bunch in this. So Nauticon is a convention held by Jax Romana and Steven Tasker. That is a house LARP convention that is just kind of small LARPs with really cool perspectives. Um, and I got my first taste of LARP last October, and it hooked me and has changed the way I think about games. And I am hooked on it. I went to a convention called Intercon a couple months ago. I was just at a house LARP this past weekend where we played a game called Moonlit Sonata by Jason Burnett, which was a werewolf LARP about 3 packs merging and trying to decide who was going to be their new leader. And I played a butch lesbian Appalachian queer bar owner named Pixie Shiner.
That's fun.
And she ended up winning pack leader, which was really cool at the end.
Ooh.
And like really gratifying to like win that. Um, and yeah, and I'm writing a LARP for summer LARPing. I'm writing a LARP based on Animorphs. And I'm co-writing 2 LARPs for Nauticon 2 this fall, which hopefully you'll
Yeah.
be at.
Ideally, yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's in the cards. I have vacation days plotted out for it, so you
Yeah,
know.
my head has been like all LARPs. At Intercon I played a game called The Wait by Stan Stanley, which is my new like favorite piece of media. Like it's like everything is like, oh, this is like The Wait. You know what?
You
Like
got Boss
everything is
Baby.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's so good. Um and yeah, I love LARP and I really it has opened my eyes to game design so much, especially these like kind of more narrative style LARPs, what I've heard people call American freeform style stuff that you see at Intercon or things like that. Like not Boffer LARP, essentially.
Right,
Boffer
yeah.
LARP is kind of its own thing. When I say Boffer LARP, I mean hitting people with big fake foam swords. Usually
Yeah.
in my LARP, there's no fighting, and LARP is also like it seems like kind of what you're trying to do with faggot games. Like LARP has kind of been there for a little while,
Oh, absolutely.
uh,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool and was totally not aware of. And like the fact that they're kind of ahead of us in that has been so cool to see. Like what sort of stories they're telling.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
lot of like deeply intimate, sad, angry, ugly,
yeah,
cruel stuff, which I think is good. I think yeah,
right.
I think that THRGs really need to follow LARP in that regard.
And I'm trying to drag you in the LARP too,
Hmm.
which this might be a good point for us to talk about our monstrosity application, or what
Oh
monstrosity
yeah.
is a little bit.
How we need to be like somewhat cautious because there's like rules about what we can and can't
Yeah,
say,
we
right?
can't say who else is in it.
Mhm.
We should probably stick to like what is on the web page.
Yeah.
Um, which er, monstrosity is an erotic horror LARP, where it's about a group of vampires who have humans over for dinner. Uh,
Hmm.
and
That's a good way to
uh,
frame it.
yeah, it is a LARP where sexual things can and almost certainly will happen. Um, uh, the only thing you have to consent to like play this LARP, like you can go in this LARP, from my understanding, and not have sex. Like not even like
Hmm.
like the only touch you have to consent to is at some point in the LARP you're going to either bite someone or be bitten,
Yeah.
depending on whether you're a vampire or a human. Like that is all you have to agree to touch wise.
But it is the LARP where you can fuck, and I feel like, you
But
know.
it is the LARP where you can fuck, yes,
Yeah.
and do all sorts of other things. And there is large amounts of fake blood for this LARP. It is, yeah, it is really cool. And like what's really neat about it is the way they're doing consent, or I guess you've heard my screed against calling them safety mechanics, but we'll
Hmm.
just call them safety mechanics for using colloquial so people know what we're talking about. but the way they're using consent and like the way they're doing workshops and giving people permission to ask to touch hard things and is just so cool.
Yeah, it's a desire-oriented consent model, which I think is really
Right. Yeah.
there are protective elements, but it is like first and foremost a want-oriented consent model,
Right.
which I think is great.
Yeah. And the protective elements are all kind of aimed at like taking care of the person who has been hurt,
Mhm.
but not at assigning blame or punishing the person who which is I think is really cool. Like um it's sort of like let's take care of the victim instead of it's there's kind of a ACAB anti-carceral tinge to it where it's like
Yeah,
let's focus on the person who's hurt and taking care of them instead of chasing someone out because they're a bad person.
it's
uh,
non-punitive. Yeah,
right, yeah. And yeah, there's just so much around this game that I think is so interesting, and I'm so excited to get to play and touch, and yeah. And we
yeah.
are going to be partners in that. You're going to be my human.
I'm gonna get bit so bad. It's gonna be so
You're gonna
scary.
get bit so bad. Uh, yeah, we that'll be in early November, end of October, early November. So hopefully you can have me back for a special Dovecote episode where we can talk
Yeah,
about the things we can talk about. Because we can talk about specifically the things we did and leave other names out for other people.
I'm very excited
Um,
to air out my business in that regard. I think that'll be really
yeah,
fun.
yeah, I think it'll be really cool. And I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I also like you and I have talked about this. Like uh I'm a person who like when like in a like sexually submissive role, like I do
Mhm.
struggle sometimes with like determining what I want, and this has been like a really interesting like I have like a long run up to think a lot about that stuff, and I've been like it's been nice. It's been nice like being given a really long runway to like really think about like what I will feel comfortable with and excited by, and like really get in my body with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love kind of the culture surrounding the game. Like even in the Discord server for the game, there's so much a culture of like nobody's gonna check on you and like be like,
Hmm.
hey, do you have everything you need? But if you ask for anything, you're almost certain to get like any accommodation or get the answer. But they're building the culture of asking, like right from like the way the designers communicate through Discord even. And I just find that really cool.
Yeah, uh, it's uh, I'm trying to think of a way to say this without saying it. Um,
Uh-huh.
there are elements of the application process that involve this, and I will not say anything more than
Yes.
that. It's really good.
Yeah. 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 Like I think I can say this is that like every time like through the application process through like meeting because we did a 2-on-1 with the facilitator who was like hey like like we got to talk with him. The first question that is always asked, so what do you want to do,
Yeah.
and giving you permission. And I'm actually playing it twice
Hmm.
this fall. And my partner for the other game is someone who's play tested it several times and has played it. And going through the 2-on-1 process with them, where because we both were like kind of like talking about like these philosophical, like I want to feel this way or be put in positions where I can do these sort of things. And then seeing it with my partner who's played the same several times, like I want to do
Hmm.
this specific act, and this specific act. And I was like, oh, like there's just you don't have to like dance around the thing you want. You can just want it in this game, and that's really cool.
Oh
Um,
shit! I forgot to bring out the interview bird. Ah.
Oh no, we're
Ah,
birdless.
we're birdless. Intro coming in at the last second. Thank you, Hive Indicator. There really should be a Dovecote interview card, or bingo card. I should do that.
Yeah.
The free space. Fuck you. Christ. It's true though.
But yeah, LARP is cool. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited to like bring you in. I just found this new thing, and I actually just got dinner with Jax last night. And I was having this talk of like, whenever I find a new thing like this, I'm the opposite of whatever a gatekeeper is. Like, I just want to bring in everyone I love and be like, look at this cool thing I found. You need to try it too.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I'm so excited to pull all of my friends into this weird LARP space that I've found.
Yeah.
Um,
I, as someone who really enjoys, who has specifically done a lot of work, that is like about and around like being a I might not seem it, but like being like a really social and charismatic person, or
uh-huh,
at least being like a trustworthy voice and face. Like I am very intrigued by LARP because I
yeah,
those are toys that I don't often get to play with in TTRPG, or don't really get to play with
uh-huh,
at all in TTRPG.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. Oh yeah. Are there any games that are coming out in the future that you're excited for that are coming up?
Uh, Shoot, I should. I'm really excited for Drink My Sweat
Oh yeah.
by D. Rogers. That looks excellent. And then also the game their partner made, Games to Play in the Car with Your Girlfriend. I believe is the name of it. Um, Also looks excellent. As someone who is a driving duchess and loves to like go on road trips, the idea of like a bunch of small TTRPGs you can play while driving or being a passenger is such a good idea, and I love it so much.
Yeah, that is
Uh,
really good.
I'm excited. I haven't played the new the released version of Going for Broke. I played it
You are
while it
the
was
most
like in
incredible
early
pervert.
alpha, Avery Alder's new game,
Oh yeah.
and I really want to play Going for Broke again now that it's out. Um, what else am I excited for? So many good games lately.
I just
Uh,
thought of a. I'll talk to you about this off air, but
uh-huh.
I just thought about a road trip that I need to do that I don't really want to drive myself that I might ask for your help with. We'll see.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
see how things
Yeah, we
work
can
out.
talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about this
Uh,
off air.
oh, there's another game I'm really excited about called Dracatrification. Have you heard of it?
Yo, I heard that Wendy Ripston isn't that like the new Wendy Ripston joint?
Yeah, I'm excited for
Mm.
Dracatrification. Um, what else? I've been hearing really great things about Deathmatch Island, and it's been sitting
Oh
on my
yeah.
shelf, and I just haven't found time to play it yet. Um,
That's got some hodags in it, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I'm
yeah, it
on
does.
hodag watch every day of my life. I just I like
Okay.
hodag's art a lot and I like to see it.
Um, but yeah, the I've been like really lamenting lately that I kind of don't have a regular tabletop role playing game group right now.
Hmm.
Like I do a lot of like one shots here and there. There's so many games that are like on my list. Songbirds 3E is like my every time I see something from that game, I want to play it so badly by Snow on
Yeah,
Blue Sky.
God. That game seems really good.
And it seems really good. And yeah, I just don't have someone to play these regular games with, and maybe we need to talk about that. Like just finding a
Yeah.
group where we can get like a regular night and run like 4 shots of stuff, you know?
Yeah,
Like
I
not
love
just
a
a
four
one shot,
shot.
but like run like a 4-shot, get like a really good taste. Oh, no hodags. Okay.
Yeah,
No
I
hodags in
was
Death by
thinking of a
Island.
different game. Uh, if anyone can figure out what that game is, it's like a black and white game. It's got like a hodag on the cover where she's like it's like a lady in a death arena, and she's got like a jumpsuit with a number on the back, and she's like, I think she might be like holding up a gun or something, and there's like concrete walls and floors. Someone find this. Anyways, those games all sound really good.
Yeah,
I gotta get on that Songbirds. I gotta get on that Snow. Snow seems extremely cool. Snow's
yeah,
work seems extremely cool. I just have not taken the dive yet.
yeah. Maybe we should take that dive together. We should
Maybe
talk about it. Yeah,
hand in a lovable hand. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, yay. Okay. Do we want to talk about the news?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's break some breaking news on the
Okay.
Dovecote. But you got to remember that bird. Don't forget
Yes.
the
Also,
bird.
please send emails to darlingdemoniclips@gmail.com. Send questions
Yeah,
for myself and Natalie Pudim about anything that you hear today, and we will talk about it. Or any questions that you have about tabletop role-playing game
yeah,
design, LARPs, TTRPG play.
yeah,
We will answer them.
yeah. Any of my hot takes on Blue Sky. Uh,
Boris the Newsbird coming in from the Western Sea. Shh. Boom. Uh,
Honestly, I'll answer questions about my bottom surgery too. I don't care. Like you wanna find out about you wanna hear about the new pussy process. I'll tell you all about it.
you wanna learn the specs on Natalie's new pussy?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So you've given me a couple of exclusive Luck at the Harbor style announcements.
yes.
I'm gonna look at what this
Um,
is. Oh, you
it
fucking
doesn't say.
freak. You're a freak. You're literally a pervert. Okay.
Okay, it'll make more sense now that I'm telling you. So I'm excited to announce that this year, Luck of the Harbor will be publishing Praise the Hawkmoth King by Sage the Anagogue. We are going to be the publishers for it. We have gotten the full production team in place. We're going to have Luna P as layout. We have Laura Page Turner editing. We have Ray Najati is going to do some developmental editing on it. It is an amazing team. I am so excited about this game, and I'm so excited to be the one publishing it. It is one of the coolest things coming out right now, uh, and I'm so excited to work with Sage on getting this out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yay.
I made a really hard pitch to get it, and I'm so glad that we're going to be publishing it, and I'm so glad to announce it here on the Dovecote because, like, yeah, it feels like you're the fans of the faggot game movement, and the real sickos come here, and this is a game for the sickos. So
Yeah, I'm really glad for y'all. That rules. I'm wishing you a lot of luck with that.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so our plan is hopefully crowdfunding in the fall, with a quick turnaround for release. Something I've talked about. I have a Patreon, which maybe I should plug.
Oh, true. Yeah, let me get
Um,
that.
but I recently said that my goal. We're going to talk about tariffs. This might throw a huge wrench in my goal. But
That's
my
okay.
goal is 4 games crowdfunded and released in the next 365 days. Um,
Hmm.
which maybe will be impossible. I don't know. But the goal is, can you host this summer? Praise the Hawkmoth King this fall. Uh, um, and then I don't know which will be first, but either Youth at the End of the World, which is the game I'm working at with Brian LaBerge, or Daughters of the Crying Court in winter and spring, respectively.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah. and those will hopefully be. And then hopefully the idea is that while we're crowdfunding them, we're hopefully starting production then. Basically, hit print a month after the crowdfunding is done, and get them in people's hands quickly, and then start the next one. Because I want to really try and make a run and see if I can make TTRPG publishing at this scale viable.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, if this works, I think hopefully I can like be like, hey, this worked, and lay out my path of how I did it behind me. But who knows? We'll be talking about tariffs later, so that might be a problem. But we'll see.
We'll see. We'll pray.
Yeah, I've right. Yeah.
Yay.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then I feel like we're just blazing through this episode. Am I talking too quick?
No, you're good.
Is it the ketamine?
Sometimes these episodes go faster than expected.
Yeah.
Which is why folks should send emails to darlingdemoneclipse@gmail.com so we can persist and linger and answer your damn questions. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have any questions about the Hawkmoth thing, because that is news to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fascinating.
Yeah. I'm really hoping for Luck of the Harbor to become a home for queer specific games, and so I really wanted to bring Hawkmoth out in our catalog.
Hell yeah. I feel perhaps a bit too close to to Hawkmoth to really ask like what questions that will be compelling, because I feel like I know too much about like the you know the development of that game. So I will if you have questions about Luck of the Harbor publishing Praise the Hawkmoth King, please send them to darlingdemoneclipse@gmail.com, and we will try to answer them on this stream.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's really funny because Jess the next so we have just to give folks some context and forewarning. So April 14th there's not going to be a Dovecote. April 21st it's going to be Austin Ramsey and Christine Blight, who I tried to have on last time, but I had a bad day and so it didn't happen. And then April 28th is going to be Jess Levine, who's also making a huge announcement on the stream. So this is an exciting announcement sort of month for the Dovecote.
Yeah. Come on the Dovecote. Tell everyone you're going to get a new pussy and make a big announcement.
Tell me your secrets.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then just I assume you just wanted to gesture at this this bundle that you and Jax Romano are running. Every party needs a user for the Baltimore Street Medic Medics.
Baltimore Street Medic Collective is such a cool organization. Like, I've gotten the chance to meet some of the people who do work as part of the collective. They are doing like such important shit. Like, if you aren't in touch with like what your local street medics do, I put the Rascal post actually goes a little more in depth. I made a Rascal announcement. I should have sent that to you to have
I
up.
can find it. Let's see.
Yeah, street medics do a lot of important work around like protest support. They do support to like local communities, and especially protest support in Baltimore, which tends to be the DC area, is really important right now. And this bundle is raising money for them to hold a training to make more street medics. They want to have a big training this year, really multiply their numbers. They are aiming at trying to bring in more BIPOC street medics specifically.
Hell yeah.
Um, and yeah, it's really awesome. It feels like this is so tangible. Like I'm really proud of this bundle in that how clear it is to like exactly what your money is going to. You know, because I'm not bad mouthing other bundles. I swear. This is not that. But I do often feel that a lot of bundles, it's like, yeah, we're just going to give money to this charity and it will do something good. And like, that's good. Like, that needs to happen. But with this, with what Baltimore Street Medic Collective is raising money for, it's like, we're doing this training. This is what our money is going for. It's for bringing in trainers from across the country with experience to give this training. It's for giving, medic supplies to each of our new street medics that we're making. It's for masks. It's for ASL interpreters. It's for all these like things that cost money for them to put on these trainings, for venue for the trainings. And yeah, it's like you can literally see where buying this bundle like goes to making a direct impact to supporting protests on the ground.
Hell yeah.
And I know that there was a big talk in TTRPG Blue Sky like a couple weeks ago, like all these games about protests, like is it just does it do anything? But this is something that actually does something. Like
Yeah.
this is a way you can put your money in and make a difference right now. And yeah, I'm really proud of it.
Badass.
Yeah, and if you heard me talk about Can You Host earlier, Can You Host is in this bundle. It's the
Yeah.
first bundle it's been in, so like it's and the bundle is the cost of that game. So you're basically getting 33 other games I didn't write for the price of Can You Host.
It's awesome.
And also in that bundle is Ace Adventure, which was actually so when Hawkmoth King comes out, it's going to come out. I basically created a separate line under Luck of the Harbor called Luck of the Harbor Presents, which are basically books that I didn't touch the writing process at all on. Is the Luck of the Harbor Presents title. And the first title in that line, Ace Adventure and the Flying Royal Flush by Brian LaBerge, is also in the bundle. So yeah, two great Luck of the Harbor titles. There's two titles from Jax Romana that are really great. God Killer, First Blood is in there. Trapped in Verdigris is in there. Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast is in there. Biotrophication is in there.
Yeah.
It's a great bundle.
It is. It's a good bundle. You should get it.
Yeah.
Smiles, laughs,
Yeah.
chuckles.
Uh, Paris Gondo and the Life-Saving Magic of Tidying Up. I love that game.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
Spin the Wheel. We just had Sasha Renault on the other day.
I missed that episode.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to talk about tariffs and then take a break?
Yeah, let's talk about tariffs.
Yeah.
What do you think about tariffs?
I am a little worried because
Yeah.
listen, you make ambitious plans, or not really plans, but you have ambitious ideas for how to crowdfund games when it seems like things will not cost $1 trillion to import into the US. And now I have to think about whether we can really afford to import dildos and body pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my opinion on this, and it's a hot take I haven't shared yet because I was kind of saving it for this, is that anyone who tells you what things are going to look like a month from now is delusional. Like, everything is changing so fast that everything is changing so quick. And
I like this take.
yeah, there are people who study like do this like professionally who are like, I don't know what's going to happen, and you're trying to predict the mind of a madman, the whims of a madman. On tomorrow, he could be like, I'm not doing it. Like
Yeah.
who fucking knows? Like this is the situation we're in, and yeah, I think panicking right now when you don't know like what things will look like when it's time is not useful. Like, this is a storm and we have to weather it and we have to put our heads down and make it through and make micro decisions as the when you're hitting launch on that game. Maybe don't end up in a situation like I did with Warren Guard where you're printing the game a year after you crowdfunded it. That's a bad position to be in. I think I'm going to be fine. We're printing at such a low number that we're printing in the U.S. anyway. Hopefully,
Okay.
ink prices aren't crazy by then. So I think we'll be fine for Warren Guard, but it is like hey, I shouldn't put myself in this situation again. So in the future, like my plan is hopefully to use some of the money I earn from Warren Guard to maybe get some business loans to start art, start layout, start things like that before the crowdfunding, so that after the crowdfunding you can get it to print a lot quicker. So that the time between making the budget and executing the budget is smaller. To But like I think that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, that's really smart. Uh,
Yeah.
we're with Your Beheld has actually I'm hoping sorry. We've only done one crowdfunder, but I'm hoping that this
Yeah.
model works for our remaining games, which is like
Yeah.
the fact that we are all committed to this thing succeeding, whether it succeeds or whether it fails, means that
Uh-huh.
like we can all agree to make kind of bad decisions together.
Yeah.
And then like you know, uh not necessarily bad decisions, but take risks together, right?
Right.
Like we are making a significant amount of we're preparing a significant amount of like art assets, for example, and writing for Sapphic World before we are even going to launch it.
Right.
Which ideally we'll do this year. We're moving on it. We have like there are
Uh-huh.
spreadsheets being made and
Yeah.
bi-weekly meetings or semi-weekly meetings happening, so
Mhm.
things are happening. But yeah, it's good to have a like plan. It's good to have backups. It's good
Uh-huh.
to have like allies.
Right. Yeah. And
Cooperators.
f- something I think that will be really interesting to see is how does the community react when the first crowdfunded project fails? When the first crowdfunded TTRPG that someone says, I raised the money and I did all this and I can't get the game out. Like
Yeah,
there's not enough money and I
that is.
can't make it work. And how is the community going to treat that person when it's because of tariffs? Like, is the community going to be understanding and be like, okay, like it's understandable. We'll give you more money, or you can crowdfund it again and try and raise more, or something like that. Or is it going to be, nope, you're persona non grata in the
Mhm.
tabletop game publishing industry forever? Um, because like that's happened. I think there's been. I mean, you look at like Magpie Games that didn't get out Urban Shadows 2E for how long and kept
Yeah.
crowdfunding more things and people kept throwing money at them. And so maybe if you can't get your one title out, you just crowdfund the next title and use some of that money to get your previous title out. I don't know.
Yeah. Oof.
like I'm trying to avoid doing that.
Me too.
I've always found it a little bit to talk some trash on my peers, a little bit of a bad look to crowdfund the next thing when your previous thing isn't out. And when you start to get 2, 3 deep in those is where I start to be like, I am not giving you money.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of similar stuff in artists, like on online artists who like take commissions.
Uh-huh.
I this is not a general thing. I think 99% of artists don't do this, but I have
Yeah.
seen some artists who like basically I've had situations where I've paid a significant amount for art, and if the person is not immediately compelled by the thing that you are paying them to draw, uh, you are never going to get that piece, and they're going to continue
Yeah.
making other pieces. Like you're going to see them like open up commission orders, take orders from people, and then make that art before you even get like a sketch of yours.
Right.
And it kind of feels like a similar thing, which is just like,
Yeah.
yeah, there is something to be said about like if you're gonna keep making stuff, you do kind of owe the first people, you know.
Yeah.
You should try to work on things chronologically if you can, realistically.
Right. Yeah. And like I get it. It's so much fun to chase a new exciting thing.
Mhm.
Like I had to go back the other day and do some like Warren Guard like just like admin work, and I was like, I don't want it. It's done. My work there is done. I don't gotta do that no more.
Yeah.
It's like now I gotta be the adult. Like it's the less fun part of TTRPG design, you know? Like the
Mhm.
fun part is the building and the testing and the playing and the, like all that. And then you get to the end and you're like, the last 10% is the worst part, but it also needs to be done. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, the real question to me is how effectively are the loud naysayers going to be told to shut the fuck up by us not in the biz? That's really up to you. Smiles.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I yeah, I have not figured out TTRPG crowdfunding because like
Hmm.
it's not based on your like I don't know. Like it's just not a big enough sample size of like what makes stuff work and what makes stuff doesn't. It seems having a license works really well if you can get a license title. Um
Yeah, being 5e.
yeah, or not even yeah, being 5e or like, you know, writing the Monty Python game
Hmm. Yeah.
or you know, stuff like that. But
It's silly. Games are silly. Games is silly.
games are silly. And yeah, being in this kind of niche between I want this to be somewhat profitable. Like it would be cool if this was my full-time job, but
Mhm.
also I don't want to move out of seeing this as an art and not a business, you know. I don't want to make products. I want to make art, you know.
Yeah, I feel similarly about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Alrighty. I think that's enough tariff talk. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Let's take 5.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
We'll be back at 58. Send more questions to
Yeah, ask
darlingdemoneclipse@gmail.com.
me about my new pussy.
Ask her about her new pussy. Alright. I am going to put us on break. See y'all in a bit. Hello, everybody.
Right.
Sorry for the delay. We were having some off stream talk. Um, so we have one last news story. We're gonna talk about Dungeons and Dragons.
What's that?
It's a bad game.
Does anyone play that anymore?
I don't know. I've heard people aren't even playing it on their computer anymore because
What?
yeah, there's a report that they're scrapping their VTT, which is really funny to me because I spotted it from day one that it wasn't gonna work. I kept being like, "This is gonna suck, and no one's gonna use this, and it's gonna fail." And I'm so glad I was right.
Yeah.
I am sad about the layoffs, but like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks for the people who lost their job. Hasbro's an awful company.
mhm.
If we could purge them from our hobby, we would be better off. But we're not going to be able to do that, you and I, unfortunately.
Wait, why do I
Um,
have this? We should be looking at the Rascal article. Why do I have this fucking Gizmodo article? Oh, because I don't have the.
yeah.
I don't actually have it. That's fine. That's okay.
But yeah, why can't anyone figure out a good virtual tabletop Eclipse?
I don't know.
Why isn't there one?
OMM was close, I think, personally.
OMM was close, but they couldn't make the financial part work, clearly.
Yeah. I
I
I mean, I think part of this was this was just like so over ambitious. Didn't work on a lot of people's machines. Like, you know, it's or not necessarily didn't work, but like its system requirements were too heavy. Um, and it also just like isn't what bitches be homebrewing. Like
Yeah.
people are not in like just deserts and forests and jungles. Like people are hanging out on the frickin' like cliffs made of crystal with like weird little blue guys that jump around. Uh, and
Aren't people just playing Strahd over and over and over? That's what I hear from people playing D&D.
that is true actually, yeah. But like I think that the reason why I think OMM really worked is because it had such an emphasis on custom assets and like flexible customization systems. Um,
Yeah.
Now, did it succeed financially? No. I mean, it is doing fairly well on Patreon now, as far as I understand. But like,
Okay, good.
it didn't do it. But I think that this was even less likely to do it.
Yeah.
It's some fucking overindulgence. Like 3D models and lighting effects. People don't want to like fight the same 3D model of a beholder a million times.
Yeah.
I know this is a
Yeah, I
speculator.
just can I just talk this is a good gateway for me to talk about something I will never understand about the D&D brain, the D&D player brain
Mm-hmm.
is when people get excited about setting,
Mm.
like that aren't new setting, re-releases of settings.
Uh-huh.
Like when they were doing Spelljammer again, and it's like,
God.
guys, you could just use the old stuff. Like you it doesn't expire.
Mhm.
Like okay, the stat blocks don't work anymore, but D&D monster stat blocks are not complicated.
Bitches are the
Like
same in D&D
they're
5e.
the same. Like what? Like I was
Mhm.
literally running a Spelljammer campaign when they announced Spelljammer, and I was like, "Oh, that's neat."
uh,
Um, and I just I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand I don't get why it's D&D is so popular. I don't understand it, Eclipse, and I wish I could understand it. Like my brain
yeah.
has broken. I have seen The Matrix, and like I just can't go back to like appreciating D&D. Like even like D&D memes like aren't
Mhm.
exciting to me anymore. Like I don't know. My old derby name was Nat20, so I'm still Natalie20 on Twitch, but like every time I feel a little embarrassed.
And let
And like
Astarian
wonder
go
if
to bed for a bit. Like, chill,
yeah.
chill out, guys. Let him sleep.
Okay, that is okay. You want a Dovecote exclusive hot take?
Yeah, hit me.
Baldur's Gate 3 isn't good.
It was fine. I actually
It's,
agree though.
it's everything I hate about D&D.
Did you play all of it?
It's all no, because it is fiddly and your options are limited. Like the thing that is good about D&D is that you play it by saying words and the thing responds and that there are not conversation trees. Like that is what makes D&D good.
This bitch
And
ain't
it was
playing Coder 2 out here.
yeah, 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 like
You're
and
anti
when everyone was
CRPGs. Is this your position?
CRPGs are it was the way that tabletop people were talking about it like this was a stand-in for tabletop
Oh no, you're right. Okay,
when it
no,
is
you're right.
so not.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I have been broken, I feel like, just by yeah, I s- I just I don't it and people just being like, "Oh, this is just like D&D." Like
Mhm.
I have friends who instead of playing tabletop game nights will sit and play Baldur's Gate
Oh,
together in the multiplayer and I'm like,
I mean, I'm glad they're having
"Why?"
fun.
Yeah, I guess. I don't get to have fun with them though cuz it's not something I can engage in cuz I don't like it.
I played all of Baldur's Gate 3 on stream. People can see that my opinion on that game shift drastically over the period of
Yeah.
a year or so, and or not a year, like a couple months, and yeah,
Yeah.
I was pretty pissed at it by the end, including it repeating Will's dialogue triggers multiple times because I did something the game wasn't expecting me to do. I broke its little like its gay little riddle of you can either choose your dad or your freedom. It's like, no, I let Will choose both, and the game couldn't accept that and kept re-triggering different dialogue things. Uh, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I had a really bad bug in the end of the game that people may have seen if they saw me play that, where
Uh-huh.
my character who had transformed into a mind flayer. Spoilers for Baldur's Gate 3. My character had transformed into a mind flayer, but it like maintained his sentience. Was at a party, uh, like basically like hologrammed in, and somehow a character's brain like sung to her, sung to him, and like he was just like material, and I was fighting them. And so I just reloaded to make that not happen because it didn't make sense. Like the character's not here; they can't physically fight these other characters. It was bizarre.
It's bizarre. Anyway, why do you think Tolkien-esque fantasy is the default milieu for role-playing games?
Because they haven't played Sapphic World yet.
Yeah. Okay. Good take.
We're gonna fix it. It's
Yeah.
it's we're gonna fix elves. They're gonna fuck again, and they're gonna
Yeah.
eat people, and
Yeah.
and and a great wolf. You'll be able to stroke a great wolf's knot. I promise this.
Yeah.
What is Sapphic World? Oh, that's my TTRPG that I'm making with my creative collective Viewer Beheld. Although I'm here to talk mostly about Natalie's games, but I'll it's like what if fantasy but gay sex and like mythopoeticism and uh I don't know, like girl stuff. And also like cozy but in the like, in like an actual sense, in like a sense that is like comforting things opposed to like pain and the brutal and the ugly, um and and gay sex.
Yeah.
That's it.
I haven't gotten to play it yet, and that makes me very upset.
We got to get you in a Sapphic World. I got to get
You,
you and Jax and some other people in a Sapphic World
you
at some
done it
point.
for the Four Muses.
Yeah, we'll do some
Oh,
Western
oh, we
Sapphic
didn't talk
World.
about Western Sea yet.
We didn't talk about Western Sea. Do you want to talk about
Are we
Western Sea
talking about
really
West?
quick?
Yeah, let's talk about Western Sea. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess that's me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you
I'm
want to
the
talk about it?
guest.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to talk about things.
Yeah.
I forgot what the show was.
That's okay.
So, Western Sea, is me, Jax Romana, Darwin Demon Eclipse, and Soraya Spinner.
Hmm.
Uh, have all like really like been kind of writing empty spaces shit that has been referencing each other. And Empty Spaces, for those who don't know about Empty Spaces, is like firmly anti-canon. Uh, but then we were like, what if we had a little canon as a treat? Uh, and created along the Western Sea, which is a kind of offshoot of Empty Spaces, specifically made for um, role-playing game area like things that can reference each other, and is a shared trauma queer horror setting. Uh, yeah, so uh, we've kind of absorbed um, ossuary is in there, jargon and archetype are in there. Destroyed Valley 2 is in there. A new Crying Port, which is one of my future titles I'm writing, is going to be in the setting. Yeah, and it's just we're working on a LARP in the setting for Nauticon 2. And it's just going to be this like kind of shared thing where we can all um, write together and
Yeah.
hopefully bring in other people to play in our world. We're currently working on a way to bring in other people to write with us and play with us and share their trauma in this way that has been so cathartic for all of us. And yeah, I'm really excited.
Soon you two will
I
be
made
able
a
to
neat.
badly bruise our dolls.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do fucked up shit together. I am planning. So like just for like a feel of this world, there's a LARP character that I'm hopefully going to play a GMPC in at Nauticon 2, who is a doll making mage who wears a cloak covered in doll parts.
Yes.
Because her cloak is a living doll that like helps her with things. Um, and yeah, I'm so excited for like this fucked up fun world to play in.
Me too.
Uh,
I'm gonna make a dolls
yeah,
game in it. I've
yeah,
said a dolls adventure
I'm
type game.
I'm so excited for a Doll's Adventure game. Uh, I hope one of the possibilities for that game is making it to ossuary and dying in ossuary.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh, yeah, uh,
I've talked about how
yeah,
like I don't want to make uh like I don't want to make a remote control car. I want to make a marble basically. Like
huh?
uh I don't want to make something that is going to like try and like tell you how you play ossuary and archetype and jargon and the Shred Valley too.
Uh-huh.
In it, I just want to make like a thing that is inherently compatible with each of those settings.
Yeah,
And perhaps has some light writing on like what you might how you might interact with those things, what sort of adventures you might find in those places, but is generally just about being like a flexible doll game for different Western Sea settings.
yeah,
Yay!
yeah. Yeah, I, yeah, I'm really excited about it. We have this kind of whole. We're kind of working on sort of like our. Honestly, we should plan that. That should be a shared project we do for Jellyfish Line's Manifesto Jam.
Ooh,
Is a
yeah.
Western Seas manifesto.
Yes, good.
Would be really good. Um, uh, yeah.
What is Western Sea? I think you may have missed when Natalie described it. It is a empty spaces inspired fiction and TTRPG and LARP like multimedia project that me, Natalie, Jax, and Soraya Platation are heading. Uh,
Yeah.
that involves dolls and miserable miserable cold waters and witches and angels and uh, big terrible palaces and lighthouses and all
Yeah.
sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's a multimedia project.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a multimedia project. It's kind of a shared setting more
Mm.
than anything that you can kind of make different things in, be them TTRPGs or kind of system agnostic settings or LARPs or, if you wanted to write, uh, hopefully there's going to be like a little book of stories that comes with Daughters of the Crying Court that will kind of just be like fiction in the setting. But yeah, if you're interested in writing in there, in exploring this world with us, like reach out. Hopefully, we're going to have our writer salon set up soon for us to kind of co-write in. I just want to do the admin of like creating the rules and stuff for this place first. But yeah, that should hopefully be going around soon.
Okay. Yeah, setting reference document instead of a system reference document. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Okay. We have two mails, and I think we'll read those and answer them, and then I think we'll wrap up.
Two males. Where? What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We got mails in the Anyways,
Don't forget the bird.
Apocrypha, the male bird, who is not male, who is non-binary, I think.
Good.
All right. So the first question from Sabrina. I'm going to send this to you. These are good questions. Hang on, there's a couple of these, so I'm gonna split them up a little bit. So the first question is, I'm working on an erotic social deduction game, and it's a bit of new territory for me. I have a picture of what erotic games look like and what elements social deduction games share, but getting the two to work seamlessly is a bit of a puzzle. How does Can You Host approach conflict of interest and flirtation? Was it a challenge integrating the two, or does it kind of fall into place naturally? I will read the second question because it's funny, placed immediately after the first. Also, how's that new pussy, Sabrina?
I don't know. I'll let you know maybe around noon tomorrow once I'm awake from the surgery.
Mhm.
I'll let you know how it is. Probably painful, I would guess tomorrow. Not very pretty yet. It needs time to rest like a steak coming out of the oven. But yeah, it's you know what? Like, can you share the picture that I said I sent to my doctor of what I
Yeah,
want my pussy to look like?
yeah, I'll show it on
Because it's
stream.
good. It's a good goof. Uh,
Okay. All right.
anyway, in the meantime, while you're trying to show my goof, how does
Okay.
Can You Host approach conflict of interest and flirtation? Oh yeah,
This is
this is what I want my new pussy to look like. Uh,
Are you
she needs
asking
to be ready
me?
for war.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Are you asking me
all right.
how can you host handles
No,
conflict?
no, I actually have an answer to this
Okay,
question.
good.
So actually, the cool thing is, so Can You Host is kind of built on the back of belonging outside belonging because I love that system. Um, and but the trick with Can You Host is you keep your tokens secret,
Hmm.
and what you're really trying to do is catch someone with no tokens. That's how you win Can You Host. Because if you catch someone with no tokens, they have to give in and host. Which when I say given and host, there is a way I think to write a much more fucked up game with that mechanic of trying to get people to give in. Uh, and I don't have space on my schedule to write it, but someone should.
Yeah.
Um, but the fun thing is you keep your tokens hidden, but I explicitly in the rules say at some point you can kind of show off that you don't have any tokens or that you're very low on tokens, kind of flirtily letting people know that your resolve is getting lower and that you really want them, and it like lets you actually like play out the hey, like showing off that vulnerability that is opening yourself up to being flirted with. And I think that that is a way you could do it, is letting people show a little bit of who they are. Like if it's a hidden role game, which I'm kind of guessing by social deduction, letting people show a small part of their role and be like, I'm like this, you know? I think I think that that is a way to do it and approach conflict of interest and flirtation, and maybe give some sort of reward or something for doing that, or if it does pull someone in, like something interesting happens. I think there's something there, but I think having hidden information that you're kind of want to show is like, because what is flirting besides wanting to show off something you have that's hidden, right?
Yeah.
Does that
I
make sense?
It does. And a LARP entered my brain as we were discussing this, which is like, okay, uh, I don't know if this would be dual role or single role, but like you're all like drinking from these goblets, and like
Huh?
everybody knows. I don't know if it'd be inside or outside the LARP, but like there is a dynamic by which the goblets are full of aphrodisiac, right? Um,
Uh-huh.
and like you have to keep your hand over your goblet because you don't want anyone to know how much you've drunken thus far. Um,
Uh-huh.
and if somebody catches you with yours, like, there are things that you can do to make someone else drink from their goblet. But if someone tries to make you drink
Uh-huh.
your goblet and yours is empty, they, they take you.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that sounds.
this is
And
rumbling.
being able to modulate the size of your sips.
Uh huh. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, does someone make a move on you that it's not that good, so you just take a little sip, or like is
Mhm.
really good, so you gulp it. Oh, I like this. Yes. Fuck. Am I gonna write? I can't write this game right now.
I might.
Yeah, if you don't, I might co-write it with you once I'm back on my pussy. Um,
Back of my damn pussy.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then we have a question from Ulysses Duckler, from the Duckler, from Duck. Um, Hello, darling demons. I'm woefully behind on the time, so catch me and the other under rock dwellers up to speed. Are there any big trends you see emerging TTRPGs these days? What are the hot new trendsetters up to besides Sapphic World? Get out of here. You can't flatter me. Thanks, the Duckler. Um,
Uh, well, faggot games.
yep,
Everyone I know that's cool is writing faggot games right now.
we're all making them.
Um, so get on that. But beyond that, um, there's a lot of cool stuff that is happening right now. I feel like a lot of people are, I don't know. I feel like there's the trends that will make you money. Like, do you want to write a mothership module? It'll probably sell. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the space I'm in and a lot of my friends right now are in is writing stuff that is more mechanics heavy, I think, after being mechanics light for so long. Um, I haven't I'm working on a mechanics heavy game. My friend Brian's working on a mechanics heavy game. I don't know if you're working on something. Are you working on anything mechanics heavy right now?
What do you define as mechanics heavy?
I don't know. Like something so I mean, traditionally in my games, if it has dice, it's pretty mechanically heavy. But things with like stats and bonuses and tactics, like playing tactically, um, and
Kinda, yeah. Like, Sapphic World has some qualities of that. I also did start writing, what is it? Uh, the work that you cowards won't do, which I still need to finish, was very, very, like, almost
yeah,
OSR-ish in its design. So, I've been
yeah,
playing toys with that sort of stuff.
yeah. And then you were talking about your bimbo game that I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm also like another thing that's I think true about that game and also true about A Stranger's Just a Friend is that I think
Uh-huh,
it's also true about Dracotrification is I'm making a lot of games that are um more like machine-ish. Um
uh-huh. Yes,
like
that's the word I'm looking for.
yeah, like there are like things that move in direction like there are things that move and things like items that get thrown onto the board that like fundamentally affect and are affected by decisions made by the player characters in roleplay scenes, um, and like impact each other, right? And also are
Yes.
impacted by luck to a real degree.
Yeah, that is the exact thing I'm trying to describe and doing a bad job of describing. Thank you for being way more for you're always so good at picking up what I'm trying to convey, Eclipse, and I want
Well,
to
thank you.
thank you again for doing it. Honestly, not to just say that we're all chasing J Dragon's tail like we always are, but
Hmm.
I feel like we all just saw 7-part Pact and we're like, well, what can we do? That's going to change everything. So what do we do to follow that? Which is, I think, also a very machinish game in that way. Um, yeah, and yeah, I feel like that is what, and I wouldn't worry too much, Duck, about your game took so long and people are back to mechanics heavy. Like, this is the stuff in development that I know that like all my friends who are
Yeah.
writing stuff are writing. So you've got a little ways till all that is out, because those games take a lot longer to write and play test too,
You
in
got
my
time.
experience. So don't worry too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like games that make you like have to execute a strategy is like, I don't know where I see things going, but I think we're in a much bigger like type 2 space right now. I think
Yeah.
just the state of the world has everyone, and I should define what type 2 is, because I realized this weekend that I've been LARP pilled and not everyone knows what type 2 is. But in LARP, there's an idea of type 1 fun is your character is having fun and you are having fun. You are doing something fun, your character is having fun, everyone's having a good time. Type 2 is you are having fun, but your character is not. You're telling some sort of tragic story, your character is pretty miserable. And then type 3 fun is you're not having fun and your character isn't having fun, which type 3 is kind of a failure.
Yeah. We don't want to do
It's
type
kind of like,
3.
you made a type 3, you fucked up. But yeah, I think a lot of people are writing type 2 stuff right now just to deal with the stuff that's happening in the world. Um, no one wants to write light and fluffy right now, which is fine. Uh, I don't think I would put out Warren Guards now. Like, Warren Guard is too optimistic of a world. Like, um, yeah,
Yeah. Uh I was about to say I don't really make type 2 stuff, but no, I did release Don't Test My Love, didn't I?
yeah,
uh yeah. I I am hoping that hmm Sapphic World definitely, the idea for Sapphic World definitely came out of a more naive time for me.
yeah,
Um and I'm hoping that people can still appreciate what it has to say. Um
yeah.
I mean, it's a
And I think,
qualified naivete. Like it is a naivete that looks at the world and everything that is evil and dark within it and says like, but also, uh, but also when everybody dies, there will be empty castles to fuck in, right? So we have to do that.
I
We have
mean,
to believe in that.
Can You Host is intentionally naive. Like,
Yeah.
I purposely put it in early January. The game has a canonical time it takes place, which is early January 2025, because I wanted it to be before the inauguration. Because
Yeah.
there was this moment. I don't know if it's something you felt, but at least and I'm really upfront in the opening of the game. Like, this is about like real things that happen to me. That like, as a mid-30s person who was kind of having a bit of a slut era, like in that time, like everyone just had this anxiety but didn't know what was going to happen yet, and were just kind of fucking their anxieties out. And
Mm.
it was fun and it was naive, and we were all listening to Charlie XCX, and it was great. And um like, I wanted to specifically capture that. Like, I wanted it to be a game where it wasn't about queer organizing. Like, it was about queer love and joy and fun.
Life.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's really good. I really like that.
yeah. Thank you. I
Yeah.
liked it too. I just, I'm glad I wrote that game.
Yeah.
Um, and also, you know what? I can give you another exclusive announcement. You want another exclusive announcement that I can
Yeah.
spring on you? I just got. Um, you actually know this one because I posted in the Can You Host server. But I got my dream artist for the Can You Host Hot and Heavy edition that I'm going to be crowdfunding in Pride Month. Archie Bongiovanni, who did the art for one of my favorite graphic novels, Mimosa. is going to be doing the art for Can You Host? And if you haven't read Archie's work, it is so simpatico with like Can You Host? It's just about like messy queers, like fucking in their 30s and like dealing with aging and you know, Archie Archie is gonna fit in so well in the faggot game movement. Like Archie is someone who is open about his piss kink.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Good.
as an artist, I'm like, yes, like I need to pull you into this world. Um, yeah. Uh,
Hell yeah.
yeah. So I'm really excited that like I also this weekend reached out to uh um Julia Serrano to see if she'd write a foreword for my book, which I doubt she will, but I'm hoping I get a rejection letter because I will also put a rejection letter from Julia
Oh my
Serrano at the
God.
front of my book.
That's really funny.
We'll see what happens.
I should hang up the. Uh, have I said who this was on the show? Uh, I should put up the TeachRPG YouTuber who said they didn't want to go on the show because the audience is too small. I should put that up in the Dovecote. Anyway, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that sounds great. Yeah, yeah. Your audience is small, but they're also excellent.
Yeah, small but powerful.
Yeah, yeah. No, like I I love all of you guys. No, I would come on the show every week if you'd let me.
Aw,
But
that's
you have
really
to interview
sweet.
other people for some reason.
I do. It's fucked up. I do like interviewing lots of people, but I also really enjoy interviewing you.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
and I think that's a good place to leave off. We don't have any more mail,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Until next time, when everyone dies, there'll be plenty of empty castles to fuck in.
yeah. And you're gonna have a pussy, so it'll
I'm
be.
gonna have a new pussy. You can fuck my new pussy in the empty castles.
That's right. All right. We're gonna raid Sophie Baby. Go say hi, and take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Remember, if you don't like what you see, you can change it. It's up to you, really. Goodbye, good luck, and have fun